In this video, I want to talk about anxiety and depression, specifically mine and maybe yours, dealing with Menieres disease or other issues that might be taking you down a notch. I don't want to do it here in this dark room because that's really depressing. Let's take this outside. I kind of just want to talk about like the stages of how we get through this, right? So first you're like, oh my God, is this happening to me? Then you're looking for online confirmation before you get your doctor's appointment because that's like 6 to 9 months out. Naturally, you get into a panic mode and anxiety and depression kick in. And what do you do? How do you manage that? Especially when you're having spins. Listen, whether you have Meniere's disease or you have something else, like depression's real. And I want to talk about it because there's not a lot of videos out there that go into it. When you have hearing loss that's significant, it's life altering, whether it's at 15 years old or 40 or 80. Those kind of life changes are devastating, especially with loved ones and friends having to adjust. Sometimes you don't want to go anywhere, or really most of the time. Think about the spin. You just wish it would end. You're like, how do I get off of this ride? And sometimes it lasts for years. The nights that you're in the urgent care throwing up in their waiting room because there's no room for you back there. Everybody's looking at you because you're holding on to the wall and you're trying to not throw up. You go home and the only thing you want to do is maybe just think about it, shed a few tears, and maybe close your eyes if they've given you enough medicine to make you pass out. It's real. I know. I've been through it. You've been through it. Or you're about to go through it. Maybe you know somebody that's been through it. Stuff is serious. I mean, I try to make light of it, and that's how I deal a lot with my own emotions. I like take my thoughts, my sadness, kind of all the stuff that goes through my head, and I like to tell jokes. It helps me get through it. You know, everybody has a mechanism, right, and how they deal with this stuff. And mine is comedy. Some people don't like it. Some people love it. You know, it ain't for everybody, I suppose. But the last 10 years, I've been through a roller coaster. And, you know, a lot of you are in the beginning of it. A lot of you are just finding out what, you know, high drops are or Menieres disease. You're probably scared. Maybe you're on Reddit, r/Menieres, trying to figure out what's going on. I got my salt right. I got all my like allergy tests. It has to be something else, right? And then that moment, I remember it. That moment that somebody, specifically an ENT, looks at you square in the eye and says, I can't help you. There's no cure for this. There's no medicine I can give you. There's nothing I can tell you that's going to make this better. That moment is life-changing. Now, looking back, it's easier, right? I've already been through the hard stuff. And maybe you haven't. Maybe you're in the middle of it, right? Maybe last night you've been on the bathroom floor freaking out because you think you're about to have a heart attack and you just find out that's your first drop attack and you have Meniere's disease. And this is an unknown situation. SPI 1005 is still 2-3 years away. We don't know enough about it. They're not telling us about it. And other than that, there's nothing. You can take, behestatine. You can take some water pills, right? It doesn't do anything for you. It just makes you pee a whole bunch. The depression's real. And I want to talk about, like, okay, I've shared some of these have been really personal things that I've been through that I'm sharing. I know I'm trying to do it lighthearted because, look, we're outside, the sun's out, right? We're alive, we're breathing. I woke up this morning and I hope to wake up again tomorrow, as I hope everybody does. I try to look for the silver lining in everything that I do. And a lot of times it's difficult, right? I mean, when you've had your 5th attack in 2 weeks and you can't even hold food down, like, your thoughts aren't of joy. They're not of celebration. if you have Menieres disease and you're like bummed out and you don't know where this goes, my ENT, Dr. Morrison, fine doctor, head of Dartmouth Hitchcock, and then he worked for the VA, so very helpful. He told me, he's like, it burns out. Like, and I said, what does burnout mean? He said, it looks different for everybody. Some people, the dizziness just goes away. Some people never even have the dizziness. I had it for 2 years, still have it. It wanes, it comes and goes. There's nothing I can do about it. I try not to drive. I try to stay at home as much as I can. I hate going out. I hate being around people. You know, I stopped listening to music in my car a year ago. I don't even turn on the radio anymore, not even for Harry Mack. All right, that's a lie. I did listen to Harry Mack once, twice. But aside from that, I drive with no music on at all. I don't even listen to podcasts. I don't listen to anything. Nothing. I keep my world silent. I don't know why. I think I'm at the stage where like noise upsets me because I can hear it here and I can't hear it here. One of the scariest things lately going through my brain, what if I go bilateral? What do? Do I learn sign language? Oh my God. I can't. Nobody is gonna take me serious at this age. You know what I mean? Like if I was a kid and I grew up with like cochlear implants and all that stuff, like, oh my God, I actually am thinking about that right now, and I don't want that. If any of this is of interest to you, or you kind of dig my vibe, like think about subscribing. It really helps the channel. Throw down a like, comment. Just say hi, Adam. Thanks for this. Appreciate it. Or hi, Adam. I'm bald too. Or something. Just put something. I'd love to be, I'd love to be in the community with you. It's nice. How do you deal with the depression? I want to talk about this specifically to wrap up the video here. I think it's really important that you find a comfort zone, right? People that you trust, people that are in your inner circle. You know, that's your family, really close friends. Maybe it is your neighbors. Maybe it's somebody that you work with or used to work with. Those people are so important. And when we're down and we're feeling really bad and we want to punch the world, we have to really be conscious to not push those people away, to not lash out because we're frustrated, annoyed, indifferent, whatever your mood is when it comes to Menieres. Those people are our rock. And I think that's one avenue for me. Two is finding things that I like to do. And I used to like calling my friends. I used to talk to them for hours. I used to, jump on Skype, Google Hangouts, whatever. I used to like communicating, I used to like streaming a lot too. I started streaming on Twitch in 2019. I did very well. I never did YouTube, but I was reasonably successful on Twitch. And then the spins happened and I was like going through all this and it was just put me in some dark places. Like nothing that I would want to like really harm myself, but I'm sure that's possible for somebody, right? Somebody looking for an exit plan that maybe doesn't have a strong community around them. If that's you, I'm going to leave my Discord link in the description. I normally don't do this. Some of you are younger and you might use Discord, and I do have a Discord, and it's decent size. It's for my gaming community, but we tend to use it for like real world stuff, and it's a quick access to me. You're welcome to join it. Maybe I'll even add a Menieres room for us, If you join over, check the description for that. I don't really talk to friends anymore. I just kind of reduced my circle. I went from like this to like this. And it was nobody's fault. It's just when you lose half your hearing and you spin all the time and like you're so focused. For example, like my doctor was upset with me because I'm not maintaining my sleep apnea. I'm not maintaining some of the other issues that I have. And I tried to explain to her, because I can't. I can only focus on the Menieres. Like, it is affecting me more so than all the pain in my neck and my shoulder and like everywhere else. And, you know, unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that aren't going to understand what you're going through. If you're looking for a community and you don't want to leave your house, maybe you don't want to go to the party, right? Maybe you don't want to go to the graduation because all that stimuli is very overwhelming, right? Being surrounded by 50 to 100 people chirping in your ear, or your one ear, right? Like, all I wanted to do was go home. It was really hard to run for Congress last year because I had to go to all those gatherings and stuff, and it was so overwhelming. Like, every time I see my local senator, and he's always talking to me, and I feel so bad because half the time I can't even hear what he says. You know how depressing that is, to be this far from somebody and not know what they just said to you? Sure you do. You're watching this, you probably do. Sucks. Sucks bad too. The other thing I like to do is get exercise. That doesn't mean going for a walk every day. Sometimes you can't even get up and stand straight. You're so wobbly. Those days, don't do anything. Just recover. Like, you're not supposed to be ripped and jacked and all that stuff, right? That's for people that are super hardcore. For people like me and you, we just do regular stuff. It's no big deal. Just regular stuff. I think it's really important that we find our outlet, right? That we find what it takes to level ourselves out. This is a long journey. Don't do it alone, all right? I just want to recap kind of the 3 things I just talked about. Keep your rocks with you, your friends, your close family, like the people that matter the most to you. Keep them there, nourish them. Make sure that they understand how you feel. Don't just lock yourself up and go away. 2, do things that you love. Me, summertime. I got outside and got the sun on my face. I'm starting to learn photography, videography. I'm building this YouTube channel. I'm finding an outlet. I don't know where this goes. I'm not doing this full time. Like, I'm not trying to make a healthy living off of this. I just kind of want to just see where this goes. I'm passionate about art, so I just try to find things that I'm into. I guess at the end of the day, when you put all that stuff together and you keep your world tight like that, it's going to help you stay grounded, if you will, right? Stable, if you will. I think it's really important that we do that. We do that together. I think I've talked long enough. I would love to hear your story down below, not just for me, but for other people that read the comments. The community that I've already started building here has been just unreal. It's been unreal. If you listen or watch my first video that I did on this channel, the love that people have shared in that video is incredible. And to you, if you've done that, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate everything that you guys share, and you even taking the time to watch this. So until the next one, keep smiling. It does get better.